Look, here comes the consequence.
Newport Beach, California.
Yes, this is me. Yeah, I reacted poorly. I am here to apologize, and I'm also here to provide a bit of context because the story told by Danish, it's not true. He just made up his own story and twisted my behavior to make it seem like my reaction was simply over a parking spot. Look, I take full ownership of putting myself in that situation, and I apologize to the girls for making them feel threatened. For some context, the girls had stolen a spot we were waiting on for a minute. They sped ahead to steal our spot. I got out of the car with the intention to clear up the confusion. Instead of having a civil conversation, they continued to drive forward and hit me with their car before starting the video. What y'all watched in the video was my reaction to being hit, and then leaning into getting hit again, which was irresponsible and it's not justified. I should have just walked away as soon as this happened and reported them to the police. What those girls did was also wrong, but I've got to bring your attention to something much worse. At that Danish guy incentivized his followers to harass me by creating his own narrative just to go viral. His methods are dangerous, unacceptable, especially in consideration to those who are mentally unstable. Beyond the harassment attacking my character and image, many of them sent death threats and encouraged me to kill myself. We need to shift the conversation to one about mental health, and together we got to combat bullies such as Danish, who has already been sued for this in the past. It's up to us to stop it. And like for part 2, we got a lot to talk about.
Squirrel!
There are a lot of different ideas about what accountability is. For instance, when I'm talking to executives, they tend to think that accountability is a good thing and they want more of it. But a lot of people have learned to fear accountability because it's often used as a stick to beat people with. For the most part, our society has weaponized the word accountability. For instance, in the media, we'll hear things like, "That politician must be held accountable." And what they're really saying is that politician is to blame and they should be punished. But when we use the word accountability as a weapon, we're teaching people to fear the very thing that's going to help them and our organizations be more successful.
So, there are lots of folks who suggest that the trend of public naming and shaming folks is harmful and counterproductive to social justice movements. That it would be much better if we called people in. It would allow them to synthesize the information and hopefully change their behaviors. It would be better for social change. And for the most part, I agree with these folks. I mostly agree with these folks. I think that in this digital age, when we're often rewarded for typing the pithiest, wittiest, sharpest digital sword directed at someone, it can be pretty ugly, and often to the detriment of our humanity.